Magical
Madness. Hi.
Hi, welcome to Magical Madness
On Friday.
Monday.
Monday. Gosh, yeah.
You're never going to get that right.
Never. It's okay.
It's on one of those 2 days though. So
Yeah.
I guess it's 50-50 chance you get it right.
Yeah. Because obviously we don't record these the day of, so
No.
I can never remember
Which one
which
we're
when
recording?
we're recording what day it comes out, but
Yeah. Well, this one's on a Monday.
Yeah.
It's a Monday.
happy Monday. Hopefully you
Yeah.
guys had a great weekend.
Yes. I'm sure it was a great weekend for us and that it is a good Monday too.
Yeah.
Cuz I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
Because we are getting so close to our vacation.
Like you said, you told me today we're in the teens. So we've
Yes.
got 19 days.
We're in the teens.
Yep.
Yes. So we're super close and we're super excited for our trip. Because if you've been to Disney, like this time is like when you're starting to get all your stuff like together to make sure you have everything you need
Yep.
for your vacation. And I don't know, something about getting your Disney stuff together for your Disney trip. Ugh, it's a thrill.
Yeah, you start planning what you're gonna wear what day and
Yeah.
what you're gonna have to bring with you and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. If you're like me, you've already planned this months in advance, but now you're starting to try on the stuff.
Yeah.
And you're just starting to feel it out.
Right.
Like, do I really want to wear this day? Do I need a second backup option? Oh, we love a good Disney trip.
We do. We're getting very close.
Yep. And Austin now, for the first time we went to Disney, I guess probably last year too, Austin now owns more than one Disney shirt.
I do.
So
if I wanted to, I have one for each park day if I wanted. And more.
you do.
And more.
You do now.
Yeah.
I'm so proud.
Yeah.
We
Thanks to you for most of those, but pretty much all of them.
they were all given as a gift, and I like have to be very. It's hard because Austin has a very particular style, so it's hard to buy him things. So I have to make sure it falls within that. And a lot of Disney things do not fall within Austin's style, so it's hard.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
I'm more of like a plain t-shirt person.
Yes. So like the first time we went, he wore a white t-shirt, a different white t-shirt every day.
I'll still be wearing a lot of white t-shirts on this vacation, but
you have
I still have those
variety.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll wear the other ones for sure.
Yeah. You have a really cool Jafar shirt that's from Vans.
Yeah.
When Vans did a Disney
Vans had
collab.
they had a really cool Disney collab. I have a hoodie that's
and a shirt.
Scar.
Yeah.
And then a Jafar t-shirt.
Yeah.
I bet you that t-shirt's getting small on me now.
Yeah, I was about to say, are you gonna bring that? Does it even fit anymore?
I haven't tried it on.
You haven't tried it on probably since last year.
Yeah.
Ugh.
8 months maybe.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna fit. So we'll see. Wow, you can really hear that iced coffee that you got there.
If you're listening and watching, you can tell we have iced coffee today
from Starbucks.
It is getting warm here in Michigan.
Yes.
This last week's been amazing.
So we're really trying to fill out the Disney vibes because we really only drink iced coffee at Disney.
Yeah. And Michigan summers too.
Everyone. I usually don't, but I was like, you got it. And I was like, I want to feel like I'm at Disney today. So.
Yeah. So sorry if you hear this quite a bit. I'll try to keep it quiet.
That's the worst. Don't do that again.
I'll try to keep it quiet.
How dare you do that? Okay. Today we're going to talk about actually one of, I think, our favorite things. I think I'm going to save like that Disney news that I've seen for, well, maybe I'll just go over it really quick. Disney put out like a bunch of deals for 2026. And one of them looks like it could, like deals and things that they're offering. One of them looks like they might be bringing back free transportation from the airport to the resort. That's how I read it, but I haven't really heard anything from that. So we'll kind of see how that one plays out.
Feel it out. So you were saying they used to do that though, right?
They used to do that. So like my very first trip, it was for free. It was called the Magical Express.
Yeah.
It was still Mears transportation or whatever it's called that you pay for now. But how I read it, I think I took a picture of the post. and see if you guys read it the same way as I do. It says also returning in 2026 are Disney's free hotel transportation perks, free hotel and theme park parking for guests, and early access to lightning lanes and dining reservation. So I don't know
I mean,
if
it says
that's
it's flat out says free transportation.
I don't know if that's me getting excited doing is that just their normal free transportation that they have going to the parks? Like
Oh,
the Skyliner, like the bus is going to the parks.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like everyone already knows that it's free.
You've never
They're making
paid
it
for
sound
that.
like it's something new.
It sounds like yeah. So I don't know. I could be just reading it wrong, reading it in a hopeful way that they're
Yeah,
bringing back Magical Express,
I hope that is
but
true.
we won't see until next year.
Yeah,
It would be awesome
I
if
didn't
they
know that
did.
that was free at one point.
Yeah, it was free. So I went 2019. That sound right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 2020 just disrupted everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Just completely
And then
everything.
you had to pay for everything.
Yeah. So hopefully they're moving back to what they were pre
Yeah, maybe
2020.
some more free things.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, going back into
That's cool news though. I hopefully they keep coming out with and you were saying you can also book,
you can book through 2026, October through October
which is
2026
not
right now.
normal, right?
I think
Like to book a next year vacation
I think
already.
they might have done it last year,
Okay.
but this is I don't know. Oh, they're doing the other perk is free dining for kids if like the other people that are adults are getting dining. So kids
Okay,
are
yeah.
like considered 3 to 9 and you can get free dining for them if you're getting like on the dining plan. But you have to buy the dining plan. So I guess it maybe depends on how many kids you got
Right.
compared to adults.
What makes it worth it?
Yeah, I don't
Right.
know. I don't know if it would be worth it if you have like one kid that doesn't eat very much and eats with your stuff. Like I don't know how much that would be worth it, but maybe if you had like 3 kids that are all under the age of 9, then it kind of outweighs it. I don't know.
Yeah. Kind of have to see what works for you.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. All right.
We'll see. Let's get into it.
Let's get into this one.
Cuz this is something that we love outside of Disney. And I don't know, I think it makes it more fun with it being Disney. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
And that's budgeting. I love a good budget,
We do.
a good spreadsheet.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
It's yes, I love a challenge.
Yeah.
And a challenge with like a budget like just for our like how we work, Austin will give me a price. And this is not something that like he gives me this price and we go and book it, but he's like if you can find something for this price, I will listen to what you're saying. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I give you
Bet.
the challenge and then you usually make it happen.
Bet. But that's like something that we love to do. I think it's so much fun. Like if somebody gives me a budget, can I do this vacation in this budget? I'm like, let's see.
Yeah.
I just want to see what your options can be. I think it's so much fun.
hmm
And I think it's even more fun with Disney because there's so many different options in the way that you can vacation to Disney.
Yeah.
So there's so many different ways that your budget can look.
That's like too how my mind works. I kind of make a game out of it.
Mm-hmm.
There's always something I want to buy or get, but I know what I'm willing to pay for it, and
Yeah.
I will wait and search however long it takes to
Yeah.
find it for that price. And I usually almost
Yeah.
do,
Mm-hmm.
always do, but it sometimes takes a while.
Yeah. And this is something that we talk about with everything, not just Disney, but we're going to talk about it today with Disney because it's more fun.
Yep.
So I kind of want to maybe start out with like overall budget and then go on to what, like just really quick, how we kind of go over our overall budget when we're thinking about doing a Disney trip. And then, or in vacations in general, just like how our minds work.
Yeah.
And then I want to go into what we like to do the most, which is
Get coffee. I don't.
food budget.
Oh, food budget. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
And we'll tell you how we do it because this
Coffee's
is
in there in the food budget.
yes, coffee is in there. But this is one of Austin's favorite things that we
Yeah.
do before our trip.
Yeah.
Right?
I like to go through and because they have all their menus at every little kiosk and whatever
Yeah.
listed, which is cool. And you can go through and
Yeah.
kind of plan out what you're going to get at each
Yeah.
park and stuff.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about how we get into it a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
later, but it's one of Austin's favorite things. So it makes me happy that he likes something that's Disney.
Right. Yeah.
I take care of the whole vacation
Just
part,
gonna
and he's like, "Can
go
we
and
talk
stuff
about
my
food
face with
now?"
food.
So I do have a question for the day. Why do you like to create a budget for Disney? I think I kind of already answered it in my way, but like for me, I like to create a budget because there is so many different ways that you can go on vacation to Disney.
Yeah.
And so creating a budget, I can kind of see what I want our vacation to look like.
Yep.
And I know this is like this is the goal, or this is what I am. There's a ladybug. I'm so sorry.
He won't hurt you. If it was a bee, I'd be more scared, but it's just a ladybug.
Well, I didn't know what it was at first.
Or a bat.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
we
don't
we
bring
had a
up the
bat down here a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago.
Yep.
It's gone though.
It's gone.
Anyways.
Sorry, anything that flies now, I'm on full alert.
All right. Anyways.
But I like to create a budget for Disney just because, like, if I have that goal in mind, I can kind of see what type of vacation like we want to take and
Yep.
go different avenues and really kind of consider everything that I want to do and still be like within the means that we know we can pay. Like, we're not worried about money if we do it this way.
Yeah. I think for me, it's like the whole concept, a goal without a plan. You could end up, it could take you, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it focuses you on what you want to do.
Yeah.
And, so it helps keep me kind of knowing where we're at. It's also fun. I know some people kind of hate that process, but
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I've always been conscious and tried to be smart with money.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives you a goal. Like each day we try to stay within, this, and we know by the end of it, we usually end up budgeting more than what we
Yes.
actually spend.
We always budget more.
Yeah, we try to be gracious with our budget.
I like to be gracious because I like to think I'm gonna buy the entire World of Disney store, but like I know I'm gonna probably leave with 2 things.
Yeah. And it keeps my mind at ease knowing we're going into this already have planned
Yes.
that we will most likely not, like, this is what we're willing to spend, and we probably won't even hit that.
Yeah.
You know?
And then it comes into like saving too, like what we're saving. And then if we save this amount of money, whatever we decided that budget's going to be, and we over budgeted, I always think if we over budgeted, oh, look, we have more money for our next
Yep.
Disney trip.
That money, well, yeah, it'll just kind of roll over into our next trip, whatever that is.
And so it's fine. It's
Yeah.
like it's extra money for your next that you already saved for and you don't have to think about, and then you can factor that into your next budget for your next trip,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. So yeah, and you can start this. I would start saving if you have the money already. Cool. If
Yeah.
not, I would start saving as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Put a little money away a month and kind of figure it out. How much do I need to put away a month
Yeah.
until I get to our vacation day?
Yeah. That's kind of like how, like, just like our overall budget, kind of going into the first part of this, like we first decide like how much we were going to spend on vacation that year or the next year.
And we opened up a vacation savings.
Yes. Yep. So we have like that money set aside. This is our vacation money.
Mhm.
This is how much we're going to use next year
Yeah.
or the year after. Like I personally am always thinking about a vacation. So
Yeah.
and
that's like important to us. So like
Yes.
if vacation's not important to you, then like that's a bummer, but whatever. Like you could put this concept into whatever. Like open a
Yeah.
savings for
Yeah.
your hobby or whatever,
Yeah. But that's what we do too. Like if we were like, we're going to spend this amount on something this year or next year,
Mhm.
that's going to factor into whatever budget we're going to pay.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
go from there. And then we kind of split up like if we are so are we taking I know like we'll consider like are we taking a big trip this year? Are we taking multiple small trips? Those are things that we think about also when we create that like overall budget.
Yeah.
Like what's is there a big thing that we want to do next year, the year after that we need to start saving for now?
Yeah.
Is there, just is there small trips that we want to take? Is there one large trip? Like this year we're like we want to take one like a larger trip to Disney and have it look a certain way. So
Yeah.
we thought about that last year.
Yeah, we started planning it or talked about it summer of last year, near the end of summer, roughly.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't like nothing like for us like we don't usually book things like until later, but we just like think about what do we want next year to look like.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
Yeah.
But
Plan early if you can, if you like to do that.
yeah. And you don't have to plan exactly where you're going.
No.
Like we don't know what we're going to do for like the rest of the year. We know like
have
an
ideas.
idea.
Mhm.
Like we have an idea of what we want to do next year. But what we don't plan anything until we like have for us, we don't plan it until we have that money.
Right.
But that's just I don't think we would function if we could do that.
Yeah, it
We
would
got to
tough,
save first.
it would tough to like plan for something that you obviously can't afford, like a trip around the world.
Yeah.
We're not gonna plan for that because we can't do it.
Not yet,
Not yet.
but we will go
Yeah.
around the world. Don't you worry.
In a hot air balloon.
No, absolutely not. We will not be going in a hot air balloon ever. And then yeah, so that's basically it for like the overall budget. I think we just write down like our dreams and goals. Where do we want to go in the future? How can we get there? When do we want to go?
Yeah.
Is it feasible to do next year or do we have to wait until the year after?
Like a big
Austin keeps telling me we can't go to Tokyo this year, Madison.
not this year, no.
I'm
But one
like,
thing we've been looking into quite a bit is taking a budget airline to Florida,
yeah,
and how is that gonna? Because you don't fly into MCO, you
Yeah.
fly into Sanford,
yeah.
and how is the transportation from Sanford to Disney? And a lot of different options, lots of different opinions. So like, I would love to like make a video
And
someday
like
to
actually do it.
do it and like see and show people if it's how difficult is it and how quickly can you get to the park from the airport and all that. So that's kind of a big conversation for us right now, is taking a smaller trip to Disney.
Like, is it worth it going into like using a budget airline?
Yeah.
And spending extra money on the actual transportation from a smaller airline into a different place versus going like spending more money on the flights and
Yeah.
then
Are you actually
it's
saving
cheaper.
money
Are
with
you
because
yeah
like taking an Uber from Sanford to Disney, are you saving money as
saving money
doing-
and time?
and time?
Like those are two huge factors, especially when it comes into a Disney trip.
Yep.
So it but I think that's definitely something that we are probably going to do in the future because
Yeah.
we want to know.
Yeah.
I think if we never do it, we're never going to know if that's like
Because you're gonna pack different too.
yes.
Because we would try and pack everything in a backpack.
Yeah.
Because that's also a big money saver if you can fit
And-
everything in a backpack.
Yeah, can you fit everything in a backpack?
Yep.
You obviously cannot fit. I just thought about this. I don't think I can fit a Loungefly backpack in a
Oh.
backpack, Austin.
Oh man.
Maybe one. I might be able to fit one. Pack that in there. Pack stuff
Possibly.
in there. Oh,
Anyway, that's a conversation for
sorry.
another time.
Yeah, totally a different time.
So let's move on to our budgets for this upcoming vacation.
Yes. We are going to talk about our food budget. I do have a question for you
Okay.
before we go into that because we're going to talk about some of these things in here. But how much is like too much to spend on one meal? How much do you think is too much? We're like a Disney meal.
Yeah.
How much do you think is too much to spend on one meal?
I'm open to one big meal.
Okay,
Oh.
but like what's the price?
Oh man, that's tough. I think like if you're going knowing, okay, I'm gonna do one big meal
Yeah.
at Disney, we'll
Yeah.
splurge. I'm thinking like $50 a person. that's that's about where I would want to stop.
What about if there's characters? You would spend more money if there's characters.
The characters don't do much for me.
Well,
I
you would spend more money for me if there's characters, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know, like $50 is
Where you're at.
where I'm at, but I would spend more if that's if that's just not possible. I don't know. Yeah. What about you?
I would spend probably like if it's like a character dining, I would definitely spend a lot more money for it because I
Yeah.
think you're getting an experience and usually the food is like really good at one of those places.
Oh yeah.
So I'd probably spend $70 a person,
Nice.
depending on who the characters are there.
Yeah.
I'm saying that knowing, like fully knowing that there's a lot other places
hmm
that have more.
Right.
Like you spend a lot more than that
Oh, yeah.
per
I
person.
mean, it's Disney.
Yes. But so I'm gonna set the scene.
Okay.
We are going on a Disney vacation. What's the first thing that you ask what we can do?
The first thing I asked that we can do.
Yeah, like when we're at home. You're like,
Oh yeah. Let's go through and
yeah.
find what food we can.
Yeah.
If there's any new stuff or what we want to plan and buy and eat while we're there.
Yes. And what do we usually, well, Austin will ask this and he goes, and how about we make our food budget and watch a Disney movie?
Yep.
So it's so much fun. We get to turn on a Disney animated movie because those are what you prefer.
hmm
And then we spend an hour to 2 hours creating this budget.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is my Disney notebook. It says all about Minnie. And this has been my Disney notebook since 2019.
Wow. I
So
didn't
I
know you
have
had it that long.
yeah, I have a lot of trips, like planned trips and budgets in here. But this is what we do.
Yep.
It's so much fun. May Disney dining budget. We go through what we're going to do. So if we know we're going to all 4 parks, we will go through every single park.
Yep.
And especially if we're there all day. So we haven't done park hoppers before. So this is probably going to look more different than what it would like last year when we went all day.
Yep.
But
Because we're gonna be hitting parks multiple times in
Yeah.
the week, which we've never done.
so we can get multiple snacks.
Yep. We
But
can try different things.
this is like so much fun to do because you can kind of see how much you are going to spend in one day at a park.
Yeah.
So,
If you even bought all that.
yes. So, like, we put way more on there because we're obviously going through all of the menus at Magic Kingdom. We're going through all the menus at Hollywood Studios and like all of the parks and just seeing what looks good. So then
Yeah.
if it looks good, we want to try it. We write it down, write the price down.
And it's like a time saver. You're not at the park trying to figure out
Yeah.
where do I go, what do I want to eat? You already know.
Yeah. And,
And
we can like
which is
figure
nice.
out where the stuff is at.
Yep.
And oh, it's so much fun. Just like looking at this makes me so happy. And then we also talk about like outside of the parks. We talk about okay, if we want to. So like on this trip, we know we're going to do a character dining. So we're going to go to Ohana and do a character dining. So we've already like factored that into like where we budgeted for that
Yep.
character dining. Outside of that one, where else are we going to eat on our off days?
Yeah.
So we consider our Gideon's cookies and our
Yep.
Gideon's cold brew.
We have a coffee budget, obviously.
We have a coffee budget, which is so high at Disney. Honestly.
But we did just realize we had a bunch of Starbucks gift cards,
Yes.
which is great.
Yeah, we
So we'll be able to use
we usually
those.
save like Starbucks gift cards through the year
Yeah.
and then just like I put them in a drawer. But I forgot that we had them this time.
Yeah.
And I opened my drawer and I said, we have all of these Starbucks gift cards. So we're set on coffee for a little bit.
Yep.
But we are going to try some other places other than Starbucks. But I think
Yeah.
we're set in the parks for sure.
Love it.
Yeah.
So are we going through that? Is that the plan?
You want to?
Sure. I didn't know what you had planned.
Yeah, let's just do it. Like
Okay.
we're going to kind of go through like what we plan on eating
Yeah.
for this May trip that we're going on.
Yeah. What we went
Um,
through and what we found.
yeah, so
You can kind of get an inside scoop on what we like to eat.
yeah, and then like what we usually do is so if it's from like we're thinking like we're there from road drop until the end of the day.
Hmm.
So we're thinking what are we actually going to be hungry for? We usually budget for 3 meals a day knowing we're not going to eat 3 meals a day.
Probably, yeah, because we usually bring some snacks with us and
Yes.
stuff like that.
We bring snacks. We're usually busy doing stuff. Like we're not as like we're hungry but not as hungry as you would be typically. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like not eating as
When
much
you're kind
or
of that busy all day, um, the hunger kind of, I don't know.
I think we're like yeah, we're snacking all
Yeah.
day. Like we're snacking on
It's a
stuff
different
we
kind of
brought.
hunger, if
We're
that makes sense. I feel like people who go there kind of understand what we're trying to
yeah.
understand what we're saying, but
Yeah.
you're not always like, oh my gosh, I'm starving, I need to eat.
Yeah.
You're kind of on the move a lot, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
But going through all the stuff like this, we can see like what Austin said earlier, just like we know where the stuff is at. So we kind of when we're walking by, we already have like written all this stuff down, kind of know it in our brains.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, we wanted to try something here. So then we're not leaving the park disappointed that we forgot something
Yeah.
to try because there's so much food. There's so many things to try.
Yes.
And then there's staples that you got once and you're like, I have to get this every single time because
Oh,
it's the
yeah.
best thing I've ever gotten.
Of course.
And let's just start with one of those staples. And that's at Hollywood Studios. For me, it's the blue milk.
Oh, yes, of course.
I just love the
Yep.
blue milk. And it's just so refreshing. It is a little expensive.
Hmm.
I didn't think it was this expensive, but this is why we write things down so we know before we are getting there.
Right.
That blue milk is $9.29.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is a small cup.
Yep.
It is not that large of a cup. It is not shareable.
No. And we're probably going to get 2 of them.
I actually might have doubled that price. No, I didn't. No, I remembered it being $9.29 because I was like, that's a little expensive.
Yeah, it is.
And then like another staple for us is Woody's Lunchbox.
Yeah.
We are always going there. Every time, got to get the Pop-Tart.
The Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
Yep. And then they have like the brisket, like grilled cheese thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that on there?
Yeah. Barbecue brisket melt,
Yep.
$13.99. This is like, it looked so good.
Yeah.
It looked like a full sandwich. It looks like a nice meal.
Yep.
And they have tots here. Like you can get tots that are, we didn't write this down probably because I didn't think we would probably go here for breakfast because I have something else for breakfast here. But they have like loaded tots too. Like
Yeah.
all through the day, they have breakfast ones and ones at night. And I
Yep.
don't think I wrote down the loaded tots because I think they're at our resort.
Oh, okay.
That's why I didn't. I
Oh, that's
remembered.
cool.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. And then so like that brisket melt, $13.99. There was also a kid's turkey sandwich, which I like to get a kid's meal because
Yeah.
I can't eat very much.
Mhm.
Like especially there, I just
Yeah.
not very hungry. But I like to try everything. So the kids' turkey sandwich, they have a gluten-free option, $7.79.
That's great.
Great price.
Less than blue milk,
Less than blue milk.
which is kind of wild, actually.
Yeah. But going back over to Star Wars, we have the Ronto morning wrap.
Yeah, which one's that? I can't remember.
So that was like the pita bread, and then it has like the sausage and the egg and cheese.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That looked really good.
I think I'm going to get that.
I think we have to try it.
Yeah.
Everybody loves it. They have a gluten-free option with that one too, which I think has gluten-free pita bread.
Yeah.
And because I'm not going to spend gluten-free prices and they don't even give me bread. Like it's just
Yeah.
sausage and egg.
For those that, if you don't know, Madison has a gluten
Intolerance.
intolerance. So
Yeah.
that's always a thing we look for is what kind of gluten-free options they've got.
Yes. And another place that I've gone before. I don't know if you've gone here, but Backlot Express has like the chicken tenders and the bacon cheeseburger.
Okay.
Do you remember that? It has the Wookiee cookie there.
Oh, yep. Yep.
So I budgeted for all of those.
Nice.
And then I also budgeted for you to have a Mickey brownie sundae.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that this year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cookie I got last time, which was the Num
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 cookie,
cookie.
yeah, a
Yeah.
little disappointing. So we're gonna try something different.
Yeah. That's also why we write this stuff down so we
Yeah,
can look at last year's and look at this year's and think, we are not trying that again.
no,
We are not going to be bamboozled. That was not good.
yeah,
Yeah. That was like
we learn from our mistakes.
we tried to. So that was all that we wrote down for Hollywood Studios.
Yeah,
I don't think that there's anything that we're missing there because I think the main things are going to be something in the Star Wars area and obviously Toy Story. I have to go to Woody's Lunchbox every time.
yeah,
It's just good food.
and I think is it a pretty common like agreement that uh, Epcot has the best food?
Um, I would think so.
Yeah, I mean I would assume,
I would think so.
especially
We
during the
wrote a
festivals.
lot down for Epcot.
Yeah,
You want to head over to Epcot?
let's bounce over to
Let's
Epcot. Let's get on
bounce
that
right over.
Skyliner.
We're just gonna take the Skyliner over. Imagine you're getting on the Skyliner.
Yeah,
Get off the Skyliner. We just park hopped over after we ate all of that food at Hollywood
gonna eat
Studios. We're gonna
everything we wrote down.
We're gonna eat every single thing. So I wrote on here one of our favorite places is France in Epcot.
Yes.
So this was the first thing that we wrote down. And one thing you want to try this year, hopefully we can, is a crepe.
Yeah, I do want to get a crepe this year if we can.
Yeah, that crepe window.
The lines just usually seems to be very long.
Such a long line. I'm wondering if we can get over there like early park, like we're like riding Ratatouille and then we can get a crepe, like before a ton of people get into the park.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we'll be able to get you a crepe there.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully. If not, then I just don't get one.
Yeah.
There are a lot of other options, but
There is.
I'd like to get one.
I mean, I did write down 2 different croissants for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which ones are they again?
There was like a croissant with chocolate, and then just a regular croissant.
Okay. When we get a coffee if we can get a coffee at Epcot,
Yeah.
I need to get one of those chocolate croissants. I think that might be one of my favorite combos is a chocolate croissant and coffee.
Oh, you got really excited for that.
Yeah.
You jumped out of your chair.
But a morning,
Yeah.
start my morning with just a little cappuccino.
Well,
chocolate
there's
croissant.
coffee back there where you get the croissant. Should we try it back there?
We might want
So
to.
that it's like a fresh coffee and a chocolate croissant in France. In the real life fake France.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. This is the kind of stuff we talk about.
Yeah.
Like, how do we want to plan getting this stuff?
Yeah. Well, my
How are
favorite
the prices on those croissants?
the croissants. So the chocolate one is $4.25.
Not bad.
Great price. The other one that I have is $9.75, and I'm wondering if this is a croissant. Like, is there a
Like a ham and
croissant there
cheese
that
croissant? Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm thinking that's what that one was.
I'm sure it is.
That one was $9.75 and the crepe is $8.95.
Okay.
So not very
crazy.
bad prices at all.
Yeah.
Very good for like
There's
a
a crepe
breakfast.
place we like to go to that's I think it's roughly
Probably
that.
the same amount. Yeah, for sure. Actually.
Yeah.
And then there's also a macaron back there, which is one of my favorite things to get in Epcot.
Yeah.
And it is just like a large macaron with fresh raspberries in it, and then it's like I feel
it's
like
like a
it's
bigger
a
one, right?
lime. Yeah, it's a big one, and then it has like fresh raspberries, and I think it's like a lime cream inside because there's just like a little bit of a zest flavor to it
Mhm.
that's not from the raspberries, but it's good.
Yeah.
I really like it. And it's large. I can usually split it with like I think you had some bites. I think
Yeah.
maybe my
yeah.
mom tried some.
Yeah.
So that's most of our most of our list here is France.
Yeah.
And then something that's been open very consistently is the pizza window at
Oh, okay.
Italy.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know the pizza window was a thing because we had never even walked back into Italy until the last time we were there.
Yep.
We now love Italy.
Yeah.
It's our favorite place to sit,
Yep.
probably in Epcot. So we gotta go back there and get some pepperoni pizza
Yeah.
for
Do they have
$9.
Do they have gluten free?
They don't. They don't, but that's okay because I'm not gonna get that because I would probably be saving my calories for chips and guac,
Oh yeah. Yep.
which we got chips and guac last time
Over in Mexico.
in Mexico. It's like the stand that's outside of the like pavilion area.
Mm-hmm.
It's on right on the water.
Fantastic chips and salsa and guac. We got salsa and guac, right?
Yeah, we
Last
did.
time.
I liked the guac significantly more than I liked the salsa.
So we'll probably just get guac.
And I think it's because the salsa was like freshly made and it was good, but it was really hot.
Mm-hmm.
And like the salsa was warm.
Yeah.
And I just like it wasn't comboing right
Yeah.
when it was that hot. But the guac was so refreshing, so good. And those chips were so good.
Yeah. They were.
I think
Very,
that
very good.
yeah, that could have been like one of the only things I ate that day,
Yeah.
I think.
And it's not very expensive either.
No, it was $12,
Uh-huh.
but it was
But we
it
split
was
it.
a lot. We split it.
Yeah.
It was a huge tray, and we
Yep.
were. I remember we ate it like walking through almost the whole World Showcase.
Yeah.
To meet my family, like in the American
On the other side of
Pavilion.
the park.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. It was.
And then another place that I don't remember if you got anything from here, but we wrote it down just in case. But Regal Eagle.
Yep.
I wrote down a beef brisket sandwich for you.
Okay.
I don't remember why I wrote this down. Probably because it just smells good in there. And
Classic American food.
it was just like there was a lot of options.
Yeah.
There was a lot of options for like gluten-free stuff too.
Yeah.
So
I could see us eating there.
I could see us eating there, but also like I'd rather eat chips and guac than have an actual meal.
Yeah. And everything on this list too is not like we are going to get this.
Yeah,
It's
this is
like-
just in case.
Yeah. A lot of this we are going to, but not everything.
Yeah, and there's also the thing about Epcot that gets hard, which we usually don't like necessarily budget for, is the festival booths.
Yeah.
There's just I kind of get overwhelmed looking through all of them. I would rather just kind of like if I see something I like, get it,
Mm-hmm.
and if I don't see something, I won't get anything from a festival booth.
Yeah.
So like one thing that I seen was like a strawberry shortcake, and I thought that might be something you'd really like
Oh yeah.
because it looks really fresh.
We also recently heard about peanut butter and jelly ice cream,
Oh yes,
which I could really see.
us getting that.
Yeah.
I love peanut butter ice cream.
Yep.
I probably shouldn't have ice cream, but like we could split it.
Yeah.
Like it'd be fine.
It sounded great.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see us getting that.
Oh, it looked so like it sounded so good.
Yeah.
Peanut butter and jelly and ice cream. Like, could it be wrong?
Almost every morning I have an English muffin with peanut butter and jelly on it. I love, well, preserves, raspberry preserves.
Yeah. So like Epcot doesn't seem like a ton of food for us, but there's like so many options there. It's just almost too much. So write down and these are our favorites. So I write down our favorites and then I know we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah.
At that park specifically. Let's go to my favorite park for food.
Magical.
No. Animal Kingdom is my
Animal
favorite
Kingdom.
park for food.
Yeah. Because of one specific place.
Okay, two specific places actually.
Oh.
Because it has my favorite snack there too.
Oh.
I
Oh, yes.
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 We'll start with the snack. We've talked about it before. We're going to talk about it again, and it won't be the last time we talk about it.
Yeah.
And it's the churros.
Yep.
Churros at Nomad Lounge. Get them.
Go and if you could order them online, I would order them online.
I would order them. We would get park hoppers every single time and order them, get them, and then we can leave. Like, we don't need to stay there. I can just
Right.
get these churros and go to a different park.
Yeah.
I love Animal Kingdom, but I know everybody else doesn't, so it's fine.
Oh, there's a lot of people that.
I'm the churros, $10. You get 6 of them. We
Yeah.
budgeted
For-
for 2 of them.
For 12. So yeah, you
For
get
12.
2 packs, but 12 churros.
Yeah.
I
12
can't remember how
churros.
long are they.
They're okay, like so like a full churro is like I would say like a foot long.
Foot long.
Sorry. The ones that you get in the park.
Okay.
I would say those are like over half the size. Maybe no, it's probably half the size.
Wait, what are you talking about? You're
No, I think they're
the
smaller.
park ones are.
The
foot-
ones at the park Would you say they're like a foot long, or would you say they're longer? You know, the ones that you get like at the carts where you just like eat it.
Oh,
Do you know?
we're not talking about Nomad Lounge ones.
No, I'm trying to compare them in
Okay.
size to that one.
I can't remember.
They're probably a third of the size.
Okay.
Because it's not half, it's like a third. But
So maybe like 5-6 inches.
no, I feel like it's less than that.
Really?
'Cause I feel like it's like 3 bites. Think of it in bites.
Yeah, bites. Everyone's bites are different. So
I feel like we shared them, and I had like 1.5, and we shared them with like 3 people.
mhm.
I don't know.
Not this year.
I don't think that helped.
I don't know.
I don't know. They're not big
But
enough.
anyways, churros are
They're
one
not.
of the must-haves in
Yeah.
Animal Kingdom at Nomad Lounge.
Yes, Nomad Lounge. You have to walk up and get them.
Yep.
They're so good. They're gluten free, and they're made fresh, and they're warm. And Austin eats so much gluten free stuff, not by his choice, but because he has to for some things. If he's getting it again, it's good enough to actually get it.
Yeah. they're
It
great.
doesn't taste gluten free.
Correct.
So get them. We budgeted for 2 because we're not sharing anymore. We're done. We're done sharing. Just don't want to do
We
it
share
anymore.
nothing.
Another place that's new to us. It's Kusafari Coffee Shop. We have not been here, but this is the one that had the egg and bacon croissant for $8.99.
That. Yeah.
Did you forget about
I
that?
did forget about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is this at?
It's called Kusafiri Coffee Shop.
Okay. Where
So
at?
I have to figure out where exactly this one
This
is
is in
at.
Epcot?
No, this is at Animal Kingdom.
Oh. But it says coffee shop?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think they sell like a ton of coffee. Like it's a Joffrey's coffee shop
Yeah.
area, but
Bacon egg croissant sounds amazing though.
yeah, I wrote it down for you. It's $8.99.
Yeah.
A perfect Animal Kingdom breakfast.
Yeah. Because that would be a park where we do start our day at.
Yeah.
Or,
And we wouldn't be able to get breakfast before we went there.
Right.
Not enough time.
Yeah, it's too early.
And then I'm pretty sure this place doesn't have, it might be the next place I have, but they also have potato barrels there.
Okay.
There's also another place called Yak and Yeti that has the pancake on a stick.
Mm.
Do you remember? The
Yes.
pancake on a stick
Is it-
with the sausage?
Yeah. That. Yeah. Is it?
I think this
It's
place.
basically like a corn dog type thing, right?
Yes.
Pancake and sausage.
Yes. I think this place has they don't have like the barrels, they have like the potato rounds.
Okay.
Because I was like, I need to get potato rounds because I like potatoes in all forms.
Yeah, you do.
They're like my favorite.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna talk about my favorite restaurant because we only have so much more time to talk about it. Restaurantosaurus.
Yeah.
Kids chicken strips. $10.49. Best deal at Disney.
And it's decent portions too.
I'm gonna tell you guys, this is the best deal at Disney.
Hands down.
You could spend 50 cents more and get an adult size, but with the kid size, you get your chicken strips, you get your fries, and you get a cutie.
Oh,
And if you're lucky, you'll get like a little play, like little. Do you remember when I'm talking about the little book?
no.
Yeah, you get like a little like explorer book.
What?
It's like a little like dinosaur book.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, well, it wasn't my
Is
meal.
it like a
not
Happy
yours.
Meal toy?
No. Yeah, it's, I guess like in a way, it's like a Happy Meal book. Like,
Okay, all right.
it's like a little book to learn about dinosaurs with for kids
Wow,
with your kids meal.
that's incredible.
Yeah, and a drink, You get a drink too.
For what you said, 11?
$10.49.
$10.49.
Best deal at Disney.
Oh,
Can't tell me. Can't prove me wrong.
and this will probably be the last time you get it.
Yeah, and I will sit there and I will eat it.
Yep.
And I will get a lot of my own little ketchups and ranches and barbecue sauce. I'm just going to get every single one of them just because I can.
This restaurant holds a very special spot in Madison's heart.
Yeah, I'm
and
really
it's,
sad.
It's going away.
Yeah. We should do a whole episode on Restaurantosaurus.
We should.
Okay, moving on.
just a deep dive into a quick service restaurant for
think
the sole purpose that it's going away.
I think we should. I think that's a great idea. Then last one we're gonna do is Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom, people really hate on like the snacks and stuff here. But we have a ton of stuff on here. I think it's like we like a lot of their snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's some staples there, I feel like.
yeah. So for breakfast, we got the warm cinnamon roll.
Yep. From
Gaston.
Gaston's, yep.
Yeah.
That thing's huge.
$6.99. This is a great deal.
Yeah.
I think you split it with like 2 people, right?
Yeah.
My mom and dad?
So my thing about cinnamon rolls, I thought it was great,
Yeah.
but I do have one complaint. And
How did I know?
this is it's a pretty common complaint for me anyway, but if you're going to have a cinnamon roll that tall, so it's a lot of bread.
It's very big.
A lot of bread. If you're going to have a cinnamon roll with a lot of bread,
mm-hmm.
the icing has to match.
Mm-hmm.
The ratio has to be
mm-hmm.
Cohesive.
Mm-hmm. And you don't feel like it is.
No, there wasn't enough icing on it. So like I would cut it in half.
You can
Put the bottom half somewhere else and just eat the top half.
But listen, I'm about to blow your mind.
Okay.
I think you can ask for extra icing.
If that's true, then cool. I'll do that.
Cool.
Yeah. That would change it.
Well,
But that to me is a common sense thing. Like if you're gonna have a cinnamon roll that large, it's a lot of dough.
Well,
it's got to be like gooey, but it's not gooey unless you put.
Well, there's not a way to cut it in half and then serve it. Like they're not gonna cut it in half, fill it up with icing, and then put it back on and then give it to you.
True. But like the gooiness also comes from the butter and cinnamon that you put.
So you're
inside
saying
of it.
there's not enough butter and cinnamon inside of it?
Yeah. But it's still great.
Is it the icing or is it the butter and cinnamon?
I think it all works together for the sole purpose of making it gooey and sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a team.
Yep. And moving on to another thing.
What's the next one?
It's the ham and cheese tart. That's also at Gaston Tavern that we have not tried, but it looks really good.
Yeah.
This is $9.49. I would say this does not look like as good of a deal as the cinnamon roll that doesn't have enough icing, I guess.
It's still good, guys. Still get it. That's just my one complaint.
Okay.
And I see it a lot of places.
Yes, and we will ask for extra icing for you. Okay.
Sweet.
Like, and just see if that helps.
If it works.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll try to remember to video it and let you guys know if that's what you should do or not.
Yeah. Okay. One of the newest things that are there is the beignets.
Yes.
Tiana's famous beignets.
Yep.
So they're not Mickey shaped. They're like the square beignets, and I think they have like honey on them. I feel like.
Honey.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Like sweet.
Can you get it without honey?
No, probably not.
Is that a common thing for beignets to have honey?
I don't know. I don't know. I've only gotten like real beignets.
Is it honey like in the batter or they
like on top,
they
like a
drizzle
little
honey?
drizzle?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And powdered sugar.
Yeah.
Like it's not just the honey. That was like Tiana's famous beignets. She adds honey to them.
Okay.
So Tiana's, that's how she always makes her beignets.
Yeah.
$7.29 for those. I think there's 3 of them.
And then they're probably decent size, I bet. They're probably not like tiny.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen them, but I'll be excited to see if we actually get those or not. I don't know if we will.
Yeah. Because we're staying at French Quarter and we can get those every day if we wanted.
Yeah. We'll have a lot of beignets already, so we might not want to get those.
Yeah.
Something for me that I cannot believe I didn't know this existed is the candied bacon skewer. It's literally just a piece of candied bacon on a skewer, and then you get a bag of chips with it. This is like totally my alley.
It's just bacon?
It's just
bacon with chips?
Yes.
Can I get bacon and chips, please?
It's $9.99.
Wow.
But it's like a big piece of bacon. Like candied bacon.
It's
too.
one piece of bacon?
Yeah. But on a skewer.
I don't remember looking at that.
Well, it's probably because I seen it and I was like, I'm writing this down.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I still don't like I know where this is, but I don't know where this is,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Like I know the area, but I have never seen this before. I've never seen anybody eat it. So I don't know where it's
Yeah.
at. But I wrote it
We'll
down.
find it
Yeah.
so we don't forget about it. That's why we wrote it down.
One thing we're gonna try is the egg roll cart. We couldn't budget for this because I don't know how much those are because it wasn't on Disney's website.
Okay.
Couldn't find it on there. But the egg rolls, we've never had them.
No.
I think you got to try them.
What kind of egg rolls?
They have a cheeseburger egg roll
That's right. Yeah.
and a pizza egg roll.
Oh, the pizza one. What's in it? Just cheese and pepperoni
I think so.
and
You dip it
you
in
dip in
some.
tomato sauce.
Yeah,
That sounds pretty good.
sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
We wrote down the confectionery popcorn too. This is where you get to create your own popcorn in the back of the confectionery. Did that last time.
Yep.
Now it's my staple because popcorn is my favorite snack, and you can make it sweet and
But you
salty.
didn't eat much of it.
No, it was very late in the day, and then I went to sleep. I ate some, and I also thought I was going to be sharing it. And so I got this kind that I thought my dad would really like, and I got back to our room, and my dad had already got his own, so then he didn't want any
Yeah,
of
that's
it.
right.
And I was like, well, I got this kind because I thought
They already
this
had a
was.
whole nother one.
They had a whole nother one, so I thought he would like that kind, and he had already gotten it,
Yeah.
and that's what I get.
We threw a lot of it away.
We will not this time. I'm gonna make it special for me.
Okay.
And even if we do, I'm still gonna get it.
Yeah.
Another thing, I think it was like $15 ish when I got it. So
Okay.
like that's what I wrote down.
Yeah.
And then
It's not bad for customized premium popcorn.
yeah, I think it's good.
I feel like you'd pay more than that a lot of other places, honestly.
Yeah. We usually stop at Cosmic Rays is another place we stop at.
Yep. That's a quick
us-
service.
Quick service in Tomorrowland.
Mhm.
I think it's just like honestly a good place to sit down.
Yeah.
Has a
Lots of
very-
tables. You can usually find a seat.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of tables. And they have a grilled chicken sandwich that I like there. And it's only $7.79. It's also a kid's meal.
Nice.
So you get
Yeah.
all the perks,
Yep.
but not the book
Oh,
like you
dang
do
it.
at Restaurantosaurus. It's just the other perks.
Yeah.
And then I think last time you got a bacon burger. So I wrote
Yep.
that down for you. $13.99.
Yep.
So yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, that's what we have for you guys today.
Yeah.
We also
and
like
that's just parks. That's not even off day stuff.
yeah, we have other things like we're gonna go to Ohana. We've budgeted for that.
Yeah.
We have talked about like a few things that we might want to try. We kind of like to leave the other off days pretty open and still budget for where we know we're gonna go.
Yeah.
Like we know we're gonna go to Gideon's, so we know we're gonna spend roughly this amount of money there.
Yep.
We know we're gonna go to like Summer House at least once to get like the cookies.
Mhm.
So
And maybe dinner.
maybe dinner, who
Yep.
knows. And then we know we're probably gonna go over to the boardwalk this time
Mhm.
because they have a new corn dog place over there.
Yep. And the cake bake shop, which we've talked
So,
about.
Yep, we've talked about these things. We've kind of like have like a rough budget for those days.
Yeah.
So it did end up turning into more food talking, but that's what budgeting is all about.
Yeah.
Food.
And then, and I don't know if we want to make another episode about other stuff that we're budgeting for, but like, it's not just food we budget for. It's obviously we're going to want to buy things. And,
Buy things, yep.
So, but food is the majority of what you're going to be buying
Yeah.
at Disney.
Yeah. And there's also so many things to try there. So I think that's also why we like budgeting for it because we want to make sure we can try all the things.
Yeah. You want to have fun and
Yeah. And we don't like to think about it. So you can do this and you could not budget and you could like just do the dining plan and like like these things are already included in there. But I think for us like we like the dining plan's not really worth it.
right. Yeah.
At least
I
not
don't
at
think
this
we
time
would-
in our life.
We wouldn't use it to its full potential.
No, and we'd want to.
Yeah.
So that's the hard part is
Yeah.
like we would both want to make sure we're getting it. So we do this instead. We turn on
Yep.
a Disney movie and we write down all that stuff.
It's all part of the fun of a Disney vacation. Like part of the
Yes.
fun is planning and looking forward to what we're going to be eating
Yeah.
and have, budgeting for it.
Yeah. And
Budgeting can be fun, everybody. It really can.
yeah, we had so much fun doing this, and yeah, so I think that's about it for today, and we're gonna put this budget right here in my handy notebook into practice in just a few weeks.
Just a few weeks. We're getting
gonna
real
be-
close.
We're so close. So exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate everyone watching and listening. If you could like, subscribe, or share, that would be incredible.
Yeah. And
If not, I totally understand. It's okay.
we'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week. I'm sorry, on Friday for a coffee talk, and that was so loud.
Honestly, I did pretty good, I feel like, though, through this episode.
Yeah, now you're chewing on ice. Please stop.
Yeah. You
We'll
can
be-
listen anywhere we listen pretty much anywhere you can listen to podcasts and watch us on YouTube.
Watch us on YouTube if you want to see our dog and
Mhm.
see the notebook.
And the notebook.
Yeah. And we'll be back on Friday for a coffee talk, and we will be continuing our restaurant series with that.
Yes, we will.
And we'll be back next Monday for a regular episode.
Yes, we will.
And that's it.
That is it. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a
Bye.
great week. Bye.